Howdy guys, Robbie here at RV Sales of Oregon today. Today I'm going to show you this real nice Beaver Patriot Thunder. If you don't know a lot about Beaver, I would educate yourself. They're a great rig, and no one really beats their build quality. But with this one here, this is the Thunder edition, so it does have the 505 in it. Nice beautiful big engine. If you're an engine guy, you're going to appreciate this. If you're not, don't worry about it. It'll get you down the road, I promise. But that's the 505 in there. This is a 40 footer, so it's almost overpowered, if you will. But there's not a whole lot a rig like this won't pull. Let's come around over here. You'll see that it has the side mounted radiator. I don't know if you can see that through the louvers, but there is a side mounted radiator. They just get a little bit more air going through there. Keeps the engine a little bit cooler. That big 505 needs air, so that's how you're keeping that cool. This is a tag axle. When you're in tight quarters, you can lift up that tag so you're not pivoting on all four tires or all four backs. So that is an option, but going down the road, you're going to feel a lot more stability sitting on a tag axle. One real nice feature about this rig, before I come back to that, is all these doors come out with the slide, so you're never reaching under the slide and bumping your head. It's something I really appreciate, and that's big storage in there. Here is just kind of your main water center, so you'll see you have a clean off there, city water. This is kind of dated, no one's really using the phone anymore, but a nice easy flush under there just makes it really easy to take good care of your rig. And then this is nice. This is not the kind of thing you appreciate up until you need it. And what this is it is a cutoff for your different water features in there. So say you had a leak in the kitchen sink, you can actually turn the cutoff off there and still have water running to wherever else in the rig. So again, it's not a big selling feature, but once you are in the rig and if something were to happen, it's something you really appreciate. Going back to this here, you'll just see this is just regular pass-through storage. There's some goodies in there, but that is full pass-through. You got about 3 feet or so in height. So just a standard, but definitely important. Again, just storage compartments in here. I won't waste too much of your time, but they're nice and deep, all connected. Again, probably about 2.5, 3 feet tall. So you have plenty of room to keep your things. And as we move forward, just one thing, I don't know if the video can do this justice on a gray day like today, but real solid paint. I mean, it's full body paint, no checking, no real signs of sun wear. More of an opinion, but I really like the colors that it is. It's kind of that slate gray, black, and a dark slate, or I'm not great with colors, but it's a nice setup there. Here you just have access to your LP propane tank. If I'm smart enough, there we go. So obviously that's extended out. You're going to be filling it once your slides are in. Here we just have access to power and other things like that. If you're working on that, chances are I would call a service guy. I don't know a thing. That's too many wires for me to handle. But another thing, like a lot of the nice diesel pushers, you can fill diesel on both sides here. You have a fill on both sides. And then moving to the front of the coach, again, paint looks just as good as anywhere else on it. This does have that 3M coating, and it just shows it off a little bit more how well it was taken care of. If you're familiar with it, you'll know that almost all 3M coating within a few years starts to kind of look not so good. And this one's holding up really well. Again, just a sign of how well they're taking care of it, or how well it was taken care of. This little cutout here is where your generator will pop out. This is rocking an Onan Quiet diesel. It's got a 10,000 kilowatt diesel there, so it's going to power everything you need in the coach and some more. But enough with the outside, let's go on and check the inside. But before we do that, on your way in, you'll want to see there is a keypad there, so you can't lock yourself out. And again, like I had said, a way to fill up your diesel on both sides. So straight away, one thing you'll notice is they have redone the flooring in here. There used to be carpet. They changed it out to this hardwood style wood, and it just keeps things a lot easier to keep clean. Just a quick brush or a quick mop and you got it clean. You don't have to worry about staining your carpet. So thank you to the previous owner for doing that. They have updated the TV there, so a nice good TV. And again, this is an opinion, but I like the way it's placed there. It's kind of angled. There's really no seat you can pick here that is a bad seat to see it, maybe besides the driver's seat, where you probably shouldn't be looking at the TV anyway. Under the couch, you'll see this is just a pull-out bed. This can be nice and comfortable with a good mattress on them, queen size, so you can easily sleep 2 people there. Something that the Beaver does better than really any other manufacturer I know of is build quality. Is every piece of wood that you can find in here is going to be finished. It's all solid wood. There's no press board. It's not glue. It's done right, and you can see it all throughout. You know, all across the headboards here, and they do it well. Moving on to the kitchen, ton of counter space for an RV. You know, it's some of these big RVs miss, I think, a lot. You don't have counter space, and it doesn't quite make sense to me why you'd have such a big rig and not have counter space in your kitchen. The sink here, nice big deep sink here. You have your extending wand there. And talking about water in the sink, this have a aqua-hot system in it. So you have a diesel fire furnace, so what that's going to do is always provide good hot water for you. It's also going to heat the coach. But even with city water, you're not going to run out of hot water in the shower, and that's big for me at least. As we move on, you'll see you do have a convection microwave and a small little 2-burner stove there that has been updated. That is not original, but it looks good, and it's a high quality one. Lots of drawers, lots of storage. Beaver does a good job of their nice little add-ons. Here you have a cutting board, the spot for your knives, or however you choose to use it. That's how I use them. And here's your nice little dinette here. This does leaf out. The leaf is not in. We have that right in the back. But there are 2 more folding chairs as well, so you can have 4 chairs and a nice size little dinette here, and just more storage under. A couple of real nice low bird recliners here. Those do pop right up. A good space, good use of space, opposing each other here with 2 couches, so you can kind of host and enjoy each other. Here's a big plus for me. One of my favorite things to look for is the 4-door fridge. So I mean, what that's going to do is, as you can see, give you nice big space, close to what you would get with a residential fridge, bigger than a lot of people's fridges at home even. This is a 2-way, so it will run on your generator, or it will run on your LP gas propane system. And then split one here, you have your ice maker right in here, and a good sized freezer in there. This is a mid-bath here, so you'll see you have the sink opposed from the shower. Even just me standing relative to it, you can see this is a really nice big size shower. You know, easily over 6 feet tall, everything built in, and no cramped space in there whatsoever. You got plenty of room. And then here you have space for what is currently the washer dryer combo. This is a new one that was updated. So those are great, and if you wanted, it is, you know, set up for if stackable was the way you want it to go. That is why you have these 2 here. If not, this is a great place to keep things for laundry type stuff, or to keep your actual laundry itself. As we move on into the commode here, again, just have to point out everything's solid wood on these. Everything's finished, even the back of the doors here. But you have some nice storage in the restroom there. A small little medicine cabinet and another sink, so you do really have the option to accommodate for 2 or more. I believe this tile was redone. They did a really good job with that, and you do have a porcelain commode, so a little bit more feeling of being at home instead of on the road with the porcelain. Let's move on back into the rest bedroom, but before I do that, I have to point out these beautiful pocket doors. Good old Beaver. You can't beat the build quality, but everything's finished. Everything's finished. They don't go cheap on anything. So here we have, you know, big size queen bed. This does have room for a California king if that's something you wanted to consider, but in an RV, you know, this is to me a big plus. This does have a really nice mattress on it as well. Just a plus for you. This does have walk around. There's a small step up here, but it makes it nice and easy when you're tucking in the covers and making your bed. It's not as much of a headache as having to jump on the bed to make it. Just more storage. more finished cabinets. Gotta love these Beavers. They're the best. Nice and clean in here. One thing I haven't been pointing out, because when there's no leaks, you forget to point out there's no leaks, but nice and dry in here. No signs of leaks, anything like that. Nice big cedar lined closet, split into 2 sections here. I do not have lights on, I apologize, but this goes back about 3 feet this way, and I can maybe switch spots with you, and you can see that there are some shelves there, shelf up top, and you have your pole running the entire length of it. And maybe that opens it up a little bit more to see you stand there, and just, again, more space. Here's that leaf for the table I was talking about, and your chairs are right over there. Here you just have a kind of standard breaker box. Good place to put it where it's not really in the way of anything. And then what I'm standing on is more or less just for engine access. But getting into the more important details when you're staying a lot of time in a big deep storage. I mean, I don't know, I can't think of having this much clothing needed in an RV, but it's nice to have. It's a good problem to have, is too much storage. So 9 big cabinets here. These are fairly deep, especially for an RV. It's about as deep as I've seen them. Here I have, I don't know what else to call it besides what I would think is kind of a makeup station. I'm sure there's other uses for it, but room for a small chair here, and 2 mirrors to look at yourself in, and counter space. So I think that's kind of the idea there. If you have other ideas, that's awesome, whatever you want to use it for. But again, let's just browse through it again, because this thing is a beauty. Ducted heating on the floor, 2 AC units up top. This rig is loaded. I apologize ahead of time if I'm forgetting things, but just one more reason to give us a call and ask some questions if I left anything out. Again, yeah, we're right off Highway 99 here in Eugene, and these Beavers, they're, when you can find them clean like this, I'd want to hop on them. They don't quite make them like this anymore. So anyway, if I did forget anything and you have any questions, just give us a buzz. Ask for me. I know a lot about this rig. I know the person we got it from. And yeah, happy to answer any questions. And anyway, yeah, give us a call again. My name's Robbie, and thanks for checking out the video, guys.